Hi there, it's Jake from KrakatoaDesignsHD, bringing you my third tutorial for clinical designs, clinical graphics even. This one's in Cinema4D, and I'm going to show you how to add a random effector to some text. It gives it a good style. So I'll do a simple one, and I'll show you a bit more advanced one, and I'll also show you how I make my materials for this tutorial. So you want to start off, you want to go to Morgraph and more text. Right? You've got your text. Type in what you want. I'm typing in clinical. Choose your font, whichever font you use for your graphics, and your depth and size. Right. For this, I am going to use an fillet cap, which is engraved. There we go. That's that. Is that there? Right. That's engraved. So click on your more text and click C. C makes it completely editable. You want to open it up, and there you have each letter's object. You want to click all your click the top letter, hold shift and click the bottom letter, which selects all the letters, drag them outside of them groups, like that, and then you can delete the more text group. After that, you want to create a fracture object. Create that fracture, then yet again select all of your objects and drag them into that fracture. Minimize that now. Right. Open your fracture and click on the fracture and hold down shift and click on the L, or the last letter. That highlights all the letters and the fracture object. Once you've done that, make sure they're still highlighted. Go to Morgraph Effector Random. That will change the random positions of your objects, as you can see. I prefer not to use position on my effector. If you go down to the properties panel here, minimize that and make this a bit bigger. I tend not to use my position. I don't like it. I do use rotation. Rotation, it gives it a bit of a broken feel. So if you go like that, you know, it's kind of like toppling down. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the materials. Double click down in the materials bar to create a new material. Double click on that material to open up the material editor. Right. For the colour, I'm going to use a lime green. So I've got my RGB as 95, 255 and 0. Go on the specular, and then below that click specular colour, enable specular colour, and I'm going to choose my colour to be yellow. Then go on to the specular options, bring this up and bring this up, so you bring the width and height up and it gives it a bit more yellow. Then go to reflection, enable the reflection, and now it looks rubbish. But if you go down below here to the texture, go down to Fresnel, click that, bring the brightness of the first reflection all the way down, and then under the Fresnel options, bring the mix strength down to about 50. There. Then what I want to do is drag this material onto the fracture object, and it turns it all green. For lighting, I like to add a floor, and then I'm going to use a light from my friend Project Lethal. He sent me a light that he'd created, so I'm going to use that, and it's basically 3 soft boxes, but I think it gives a good light effect. Right. I'm going to drag this material that's also on the light boxes on the floor. This gives this a nice effect. Now for the shadows, I want to go into render settings, effect, ambient occlusion, contrast, put it on 20%. That is all you change on ambient occlusion. Effect, global illumination, and leave that the same. Now I'm going to let this render, and I will come back to you when it is finished to show you the final product. Okay? Right. See you in a second. So here we are. That's the final product. If you render that in the picture viewer renderer, and you can save it as an image. If you remove the floor, you can save it as a PNG, and what that does is if you save it as a PNG on this output, the save, if you choose PNG like that, you can choose alpha channel, and what that does is it gets rid of the whole background, so then you have a nice PNG image, high quality, with no background, so it's like a render basically. So that's all I've got for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it useful. Just subscribe to Clinical Graphics and my channel, KrakatoaDesignsHD, for more tutorials, speed arts, and on clinical, all your resources for graphic work and graphic designers. And I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks. Bye.